Welcome back to Supermarket Sim, and we're at the Brap grocery store. I did a little bit of stuff in between episodes. It's been a while. I've been a bit busy. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Don't question me, and don't judge me. I did get the storage. I believe I don't remember all where I left off, but I believe I have extended it a little bit, and I'm not gonna do the music anymore. I don't know. I don't think it's really gonna matter at this point, but um, apparently this is copyright music, so we're gonna not play music in our grocery store. You will not be entertained. Um, I think I'm fairly well stocked and ready to go for the day. Actually, oh, there was something that I noticed when I was going through and checking my stuff um or looking at the videos that I made. I'm an idiot, and I was thinking like um the current cost, and when prices go down, that means like the whole market price goes down. But no, that's like what it costs me to get it. So I realized that afterward. I felt so stupid. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna check my prices here. Um, and compare them to market, which I'm fairly close to on a lot of stuff, I think. I'm just a hair above market price. Um, I don't want to be below market price. I'm going to be just above for now until we get bigger. And then once we get bigger, then we can go ahead and do a a value mart or something like that type thing. Let's see. It looks like my prices are all good. Um, doesn't look like I'm below market on anything. So I think we're good to go. We are good to open. I do want to go ahead and paint the walls and such, though. Um, let's see. No, that's not what I want. Market paints. I typically kind of like to do a brighter paint scheme, but we are a store. And if we really wanted to stick to, I guess, like being very role playish, we'd go with white and stuff. But I think we'll give it a day and see. I'll be honest, I love like a royal purple type color. So I might do that. I definitely want to do a different floor though. If I do purple floor, I need something brighter as or if I do a purple wall, I need something brighter as the floor. So we'll probably go with white on the floor. But we'll see. We'll see how the day ends up and go from there. Or, you know what, since things are kind of moving okay, um I think we'll go ahead and do it now. Brig it. We sell 2 boxes of black tea. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't think I need black tea, but I'll go ahead and get her sold. Now, obviously, my plan here is to become the biggest grocery store in town and put everybody else out of business. You can't run a business unless you're competitive, okay? We're gonna become a conglomerate. I'm gonna own every building on this block, including that hotel. It'll be the Brap Hotel. Just kidding. Or am I? Let's go ahead and get some paint walls painted while they're doing stuff. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with this one. I don't know how much of a oh, where I bought it. Where is it? Oh, do I just have it? Purchase a paint from the market and paint the walls. Okay. Where is my paint? Where's my paint roller? Do I have to buy the paint roller? Um, customization, no. That's not it. Market. Oh, it's in my... Okay, yeah. Then I might wait on that because it's gonna probably charge me a delivery fee. I guess I could go ahead and get some floor pieces as well. And then I'll wait and add some more stuff to my deal here. Um, I can't wait until we're big enough and making enough money to where we can go ahead and hire some more people. Let's see. Looks like I need some more bread, more peanut butter, more milk. Oh yeah, I forgot I have this tool now. More bread, more peanut butter, more milk. We'll go ahead and get more milk, more of this, more of this. Looks like I'm starting to get a bit disorganized. I got a lot of cereal and stuff spread out everywhere. Uh, Definitely not my intention, but I think I just ran out of a lot of stuff, so... And that looks like coffee. Let's see. I'm out of juice. One of those. Get one of those. Get one of those. And that looks like that should do it. I don't know if that'll get my paint, though. Let's wash the windows real quick. I see it's getting dirty. Okay. I doubt it got my paint. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about the deliveries right now. I got restocking to do. This should be OJ. Oops, I put that in the wrong place. Move, man. I got stocking to do. Dark in here. Oh, I haven't put a light in here. Gosh dang it, I need to put a light in there. Okay. Almost forgot, like, some of the stuff. Really, you only need, like, one box of to fill up 2 shelves. Let's see. Rice. Where's rice at? Where did I have... I had rice in the grains. Yeah, there. More coffee. some peanut butter. I don't know about y'all, but I love peanut butter. And I've heard, and I feel sad for people in Europe. I hear European peanut butter is not that good. I'm, it's sad. Okay, so that I can probably go ahead and drop right there because it did do what I wanted. Okay, any more trash? I need to put another light over here. I could have sworn I did that too, but I guess not. Spaghetti. Never forgetty. Like it was down there. Some cereal. The flour. Bread. Okay, we're not putting in the numbers. We need to crank up some, we need to crank something up here. We're not pulling in enough income. I did not make $3,000 today. I may have to start doing layoffs. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna need even more stuff here. Looks like, I didn't order enough. And before we close, I think we'll go ahead and paint. Oh, this is, easy painting. I hope this is enough paint to do all the walls. If not, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed because paint is expensive. How much of the floor can I do here then? Probably not much. Ten. 10 tiles and 8 walls. That is ridiculous. Okay, I need more stuff. I don't really need more salt. Need more of that. 1 box of that. Guess we could go for 1 more box of that. 1 box of that. 1 box of that. 1 more box of rice. 2 boxes of that. 1 of that. 1 of that. And this is kind of an overflow shelf, so I ain't too concerned about that. Um, I do have stuff in here, cola, juice, and stuff. Go ahead and make a purchase. Um, oh yeah, I can't purchase right now. Closed. The store is closed. Go home. What does he look like? Steve? Is he a Steve? Maybe an Andrew? We're gonna go ahead and finish out the day. Wasn't as profitable as I'd hoped. Not good. Didn't make any profit today. Paid automatically. Okay, good, good, good. We're gonna go ahead and Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add more paint and tiles. Let's get this place looking pretty good. Um, gonna probably need. Well, it's really expensive, so we'll go. Cart is $200 at this point. That's gonna make it 800, and then that or two is gonna be all my money. Let's do it. Go big or go home. Start by painting. I wish there were more floor choices and maybe more wall color choices, but we do what we can with what we got, as Bert says in Tremors. I'm doing what I can with what I got. Oh, that did a big chunk of wall. Okay. I should probably use what I have in my storage room too, but I don't remember what I have in there. Yeah. And we'll go, since we have salt over here and overflow, we'll go ahead and put some over here. I need to make some more money today, big time. As you know, I'm trying to do as much of this as I can without taking a loan. Um, so it might be slow progress, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. Not everything has to be about borrowing money from a friggin' bank. You know, I heard a deal the other day about, oh, the bank, the bank's money. Banks don't really have money. They own, the people who put money in the bank have money. The bank doesn't have money. You know where a bank would be if every customer decided to pull their money out of the bank? They'd be broke. They're at the mercy of the people who put money in the bank. You'd think they'd be a little bit smarter about decisions that they make and not tick people off. But nah, they don't. Because they think, oh well, we have the power, not the plebs who put their money in the bank, which I'm one of them. Um, yeah, don't give them power, okay? Don't take out loans. Don't take out loans. Save your money, especially credit cards. Credit card companies have too much power. Monopolies. Disgusting. Oh, nobody bought any OJ after I stocked the damn shelves. Okay, what is this? This is water, apple juice. What is this? Milk? I didn't buy any milk, so... I didn't even check my... Oh, yeah, I did check my fridge, but there wasn't. Let me see. Did I need cola? No, nobody bought any cola either. No wonder I didn't make it. Nobody really bought anything yesterday. That's what screwed me up big time. Okay, let's get her open. Let's get some money coming in. Maybe people will be happy with the beautiful colors that I've chosen and be influenced to buy more of my products. Or maybe we'll just start hypnotizing people. Oh, oh, I didn't even realize, but I opened up candy, which I should have bought some of. I'm so stupid. Let's go ahead and get some cake mix coming in. Oh, we're gonna need to. I think I already set the prices for it. Let's get some cake mix, some other cake mix. Or you know what? No, we don't want to do that. We don't want. We'll just tap that twice because if I change it, it's gonna screw me up when I go to order again. So, and I don't have any room in the fridge, so I might have to get another fridge. Crispy chibi cereal. Am I missing a cereal? I don't think I am. No, I'm not. I don't have it yet. Crispy chibi. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, added it to the cart. So as soon as I have 250 doll hairs, I'll get it coming. And looks like I need some more cheese. We'll go ahead and get some more cheese. We'll get another box of eggs. I have Turco Cola, but I don't have this cola, I don't think. Okay, let me see. How does this work? So I've got 16 coming of a box, and I've got 26, I'm guessing. Let's see, something more countable. Let's see, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 12, 18, 17. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for ruining my episode. Wow, excess. I don't even have Epic up right now. I don't know why, or open. I don't know why that came up. That really kind of pisses me off. What is the freaking order here? I guess I could get that. Cola. Move. Move. Milk. 3, 4. Orange juice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close and tag. Now, where's this idiot at? I'm looking for a James Duncan. Where are you, James? Online order. Deli and grocery. Where am I at? Okay, I'm right there, so I need to go this way. He down this street or down that one? I think he's down this one. Yep, there he is. And we break laws at our grocery store, so I'm not walking in the crosswalk. Here you go. Thank you. Come again. I should take on more online orders, but get that delivery fee, baby. Okay. Clean up this mess. And the ghost is back. She reminds me of the girl from The Grudge. They should have given her black hair. You would think they'd fix that already. It's just weird. I think I'm gonna wait till the end of the day to buy more groceries to stock up, and I'll stock in the morning. Because my shelves are still fairly full. I got way too much tea, and I'm not really gonna. I've got, what, 4 things coming in, 5 things coming in that I'm gonna need places on the shelf for, so I may have to move some stuff around, but we'll get her done. We'll get her done. Man, Very tempted to get a loan, but I don't want to. Let me check market prices, make sure I'm still above market on everything. And it looks like I am. Oh, we got an online order or a delivery order. Hopefully we have everything. Uh yeah, it looks like we're good. Tea, sugar powder, oil, and tea. Take the tea from here. Okay. Close and tag. I'm looking for Jamie Bell. Jamie Bell is practically right across the street. Whoa, that car went right through me. Maybe I'm the ghost. Come on, guy. Let's crank out those customers. Let's get them going here. We're almost at closing time. Oh, I need another light too. I need 2 lights. So let me go ahead and put that in my cart here and get some furniture. Yes, 2 spotlights. I don't want the self-checkout counter too, but I don't have enough money. Man, I am not doing as well as I was before. It's crazy. I was making $3,000 a day before. What is going on? Should I go ahead and put things at market price? I'd probably sell more stuff. Maybe. I'm probably gonna cut that piece out of that pop-up. I don't know yet. I may just leave it in there. Okay, what else are we gonna need? I know I'm gonna need some more stuff, so go ahead and add more. Good on tea. I could probably do another box of that. Another box of that. I think I'm gonna move the milk over to make room just because I might need to. May not. Um, OJ, I have some of. I don't think I have cheese or eggs. I have cola, but I don't have that cola. And I think I have apple juice. So let me go see what we got in stock here. Yep. OJ. And let's see. Water? How much water did we have? I didn't see that. Oh, we hadn't sold much water. Hmm. Hmm. People aren't hydrating. You know, sometimes I see stuff on the internet and I wonder like um I wonder how right the people who are talking about these things are. Like I saw a deal about you really don't need to drink a certain amount of water. Like I think it was a doctor too talking about this. Like you don't need to drink a certain amount of water a day. Like if your if your pee is clear, you're basically going through the beginning stages of like water poisoning. Um because you're basically your kidneys are trying to get rid of as much water as possible because you're intaking too much water. It's just crazy how we've been taught, oh, you need to drink this much water a day and blah blah blah, and your pee needs to be clear and blah blah blah. And it turns out to not be true. It turns out to be a lie. Well, it seems reasonable in all honesty that that is a lie. Um Now whether it's a lie or not is to be seen, because in all honesty there's a lot of stuff that I feel like we're finding out, like the food pyramid from like the 80s was completely wrong, and that it's basically the other way around. And I just find that crazy that we've been basically lied to. And what really disgusts me is doctors who will blatantly, or I wouldn't even say that they're lying. I would say a lot of it is brainwashing that they're going through school. Is that, oh, uh these medications, even though they're like, so I was watching a video with Dr. Mike talking about how ivermectin is not effective against COVID, and he's a doctor, right? You probably should trust his word. Well, I watched a video with a more experienced doctor who has done studies on ivermectin and basically said the exact opposite of what Dr. Mike was saying. And I feel like at this point, like, can you even trust doctors anymore? Because they want you to keep coming to the hospital. In all honesty, I think they want to keep you sick. They want to keep you sick so you can keep coming so they can make a lot of money off of you. And it's really kind of scummy. And it's gotten to where at this point I almost don't even believe doctors. Like, every time I go to the doctor, what he says I take with a grain of salt because I don't trust him. I don't trust everything that my doctors say. I go with, if they tell me something, I kind of research it, Like, there are some things that I know that, like, if I have a sinus infection, I pretty much know when I have a sinus infection, and I know what I've got to do. Thankfully, last time I think I had a sinus infection, I didn't have to do anything. My body actually got rid of it on its own, but I definitely had a sinus infection. Either that or just super bad sinus congestion. But yeah, I just and in all honesty, I worked in a pharmacy. A lot of doctors don't even know the medicines that they're prescribing. Um and it's kind of weird that they're prescribing people medication like crazy even though they know nothing about it. Um there was a doctor that I noticed when I was working at the pharmacy that he kept prescribing people highly addictive medications. Um that Choco cereal does not go there. Highly addictive medications, but in different doses basically so he wouldn't get caught doing it. And I found that to be incredibly weird. And he used to be my doctor. And I was like, I'm not going back to this guy because he's not doing this person a favor, and I didn't like it. But yeah, I think you got to be cautious about doctors nowadays because a lot of them lie, and I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy theorist. It's a lot of people lie. Like, I had, I always go to my GP for things first before I talk to a specialist. And a lot of times, or there's been a few times where he's like, yeah, I think you have this. You need to go see this person. And he was right in the person that I needed to see. I did need to see the specialist, but he was completely wrong in what was wrong with me. Completely wrong. I was like, oh my gosh, and this guy is a doctor. I and like I've decided to kind of just stick with him as far as like, you know, basic stuff goes because like I said, if there's something wrong with me, I tend to like do a bit of research before I get started. That way I can kind of know whether I feel like he's giving me good advice or not. And I don't know, man. I hate to be that kind of person, but I just really don't trust doctors anymore. I really don't. I've had to argue with some on medications that they uh are trying to tell 'em. Like I worked for a pharmacy and I had to argue with this doctor because oh we should have this medication in stock and it's like and I talked to my pharmacist about it and he's like no that's only that kind of medication is only stocked by a hospital and dude wouldn't believe me like and it's like one of my pharmacists that I really kind of looked up to because he was a smart guy, you know. Um, he said most doctors take like, you know, a semester of learning medications, you know. Uh, Pharmacists go, you know, school for years to learn about medications. So if you ever have a question about medications, don't ask your doctor. In all honesty, like, I mean, I really shouldn't be given this kind of advice because it could get me in trouble, but I think your best bet is honestly to talk to a pharmacist about medications because typically a pharmacist is going to know more about the medication than a doctor will. Of course, you know, I would say that if we were in a normal um, time where colleges were actually worth the money you paid to go to school, but in all reality, they're kind of not. Um, there's a lot of schools that really aren't teaching anything. And like, I'm going to school right now, and I had to drop a class just because I didn't feel like it was like it should be part of the curriculum. And in all honesty, I was kind of disgusted that it was even uh, a class or a course uh for my degree. Um, Luckily, I went and talked to the school about it, and they were already actually in the process of changing it because they had already had a bunch of complaints about it. So, you know, some schools actually listen to their students. Some schools don't, you know. Luckily, my school did, and they're changing it. They're just waiting for approval from the state, and it's going to get changed. I don't believe that any college should be teaching anything about um um the patriarchy and gender studies and systemic racism and all that stuff. That's that is so stupid. Like that is it is legit indoctrination. If if you are going to school, it should be about your degree and nothing else. Nothing else should be taught except for what is your degree program. If you want to get a degree in brainwashing, then it should be a course of study, of course. But I don't. I don't want to be. I don't want to be going to school and being taught that crap. Like, if you think about it, you're paying a lot of money to be taught dumb crap. And it's like I'm not like granted my school isn't super expensive. It's fantastic to be honest how inexpensive it is. But I also don't think that my degree program I don't think the degree field that I am going into really should require a degree. I think in all honesty online training should be enough. Or not online training. in-person training should be enough. Like, I don't believe that it is a program that should require a degree. My honest opinion. But there's probably a lot of people who don't agree with me on that, but I really don't care. But yeah, I'm not going to pay for a class that's going to try to teach me that like I'm the bad guy. That's just stupid. And I think that more students should come out against courses that are like that, because you shouldn't have to pay to be brainwashed and indoctrinated. It's stupid. But I mean, and I hate to say this, but and in light of what happened last week, um, Charlie Kirk is right. College is a scam. In all honesty, it is a scam. You're paying for a lot of courses that have nothing to do with your degree program, and it's ridiculous. But the thing is, until students start standing up for having to pay thousands of dollars for a course that should have, or that has nothing to for your nothing to do with your degree program, nothing's going to change. Students have to learn to stand up for themselves against the universities, because let's face it, not everybody going to a university is uh is a liberal, and there are conservatives who are going to university and they want their degree. They don't want to be brainwashed, they don't want to be indoctrinated. They want to learn what they need to learn to do the job that they want to do. That's it. And that's all that they should be doing. That's all that they should be teaching. But I also think that um Molly Reed, I'm guessing. Um I really don't think that colleges should be teaching really any courses that don't have to do with the degree program. If you're going for engineering, most of your stuff should be math, and that's it. Like, why do I need to learn history? Why do I need to learn history for my degree? Please tell me. Uh, T. It's just stupid. And the thing is, too, is like, the faster that they can educate students in the degree field that they want to do, the better the workforce that we have, I think. Because the quicker kids get into a job that they are wanting to do and they can learn on the job stuff, the better. But all universities care about, they don't care about their students. They just care about making money. And they make a lot of it. But I have a feeling that eventually, if things don't change, I think a lot of that is going to come to an end. They're not going to be making as much money because people are going to start to students and parents are going to start to realize that they don't want to pay for that stuff. They're just not going to want to. And they're not going to. Eventually a stand will be taken. There's already an uptick in the trade fields, which so I used to be a diesel mechanic, and one of the biggest problems with the diesel mechanic field is that, in all honesty, we have the highest overhead of any trade field, but the pay raise is very slow. And so they basically been losing people, and they predict by, I believe, 2030, I think 40% of the mechanic labor force is gonna is going to be at the age of retirement, and they're going to be they predict that 40% of the labor force in the mechanic field is going to be out the door, but the growth hasn't risen. A company that I worked for, they hired like 10,000 people one year, because it was a big nationwide company. They retained 10% of that. Within a year, 90% of the people that they had hired quit, and it's because of pay. The pay is garbage. The overhead is terrible because tools are freaking expensive. A lot of companies don't do anything to help out with that. And it's driving people away. And it's really stupid because they know what the problem is, but yet they don't ever talk about good ways of fixing it. But that's enough for this episode and my rant, I guess. So, um, see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm kind of enjoying talking about stuff, so I'll probably continue to do that. And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I had to say. Um, it's nothing original, I guess, but yeah, thank you. Bye.